Hey, what's up traders? Welcome back to Forex Gym. My name is George and this is daily Forex analysis for 20th of March 2020. In this video today, I'm going to be analyzing Euro against US dollar against Japanese yen, British pounds against US dollar, and lastly we got Australian dollar against US dollar. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. I'm making daily and weekly Forex analysis as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. Starting with a euro dollar from the daily chart, we see that yesterday price had this nice rundown. We can see this this bearish candle. It came down all the way and is closed very strongly. I tested this a monthly S2 and now we can see that the price is retracing up. If you follow my videos, there I did mention that on in here I was getting to the short side, which price came up. I will show you this one. I'm going to go to the short time frame. So if you would have got onto this trade with me yesterday, that you would have profited greatly on this trade. Let's drill down to the shorter time frame. Let's go to an hourly chart. This was the trade I mentioned. I was waiting for the price to come up to these highs and I was going to short it, which happened, and it played out just exactly as I planned. I only took it was this level is at 109.30 at this level, and I used only 25 pip stop on that, which worked pretty well with the risk reward wise. It's very good. Of course, the trade is not closed yet, so it might just turn around and go up, but I already moved my stop loss on. It's still very close to the entry. It's about 40 pips close to entry, which in normal market conditions I would have moved my stops probably around down here, but because we have such a high volatility, I'm waiting. I haven't moved this stop this close because the price can have a bigger moves than usual. And yesterday we see that the let's calculate, it covered nearly 300 pips just for one day, which is a lot for the euro dollar. It does not move that much in normal market conditions, so it has these big moves, and if you manage to get onto at the start of it, then it's yeah, you're getting a lot of pips out of it. Like in here is still a very good time. I just got in and it started collapsing down, and now I see the second opportunity to add on this trade, which is actually three opportunities. This is a buy stop, so if the price comes up, if it breaks this pivot, this is the buy stop, so it's going to suck in. This is only like a short trade, about 30 pips, so not much, but still a bit. So I'm waiting for this. If the price breaks, that means that it will suck this trade, and I'm waiting for the price to come up to these hourly highs. So if it does that, and I will profit both ways. If it comes up, sucks this trade, and this is a take profit, and then I will get onto the short side, so I will add the original trade, and I will be looking to go to the original take profit, which we mentioned it was 0540, 10540 area, or you can also depending what it's gonna do, but I do not want to leave the trade over the weekend because of the potential gaps it might occur. So I'm looking as of the first one would be I will be closing the trade in here, or depends if it's gonna be very high volatility, and I will be holding my trade down to this 0540 zone down here, but I definitely don't want to leave the trade over the weekends for the potential gaps. So for now, what we're looking at, you can do the same. You can put the limit order if the price breaks these pivots up here and the target to these highs, so you can profit about 30 pips, which is a short trade. I do not use the stop loss in here because I already have original trade, so I do not need to use a stop loss. If the price continues to go higher, then I have a stop loss on the original one. I do not need to use the stop loss, because if the price comes up and just gets this trade and continues to go down, then I have this trade to the short side. So yeah, this is probably the only time you do not use the stop loss, because I'm hedging the position if the trade is triggered. So for the original to add the position, the price comes up here, and we use this stop loss. Let's calculate how much, what's the stop loss. So let's say up here, let's call it 10800 would be just easier to calculate. 10800. The stop would be around 40 pips, 40 to 30 to 40 pips. Ideally would be 50, because you want to always put the stops just above the spike. You don't want to put it right at the peak at the same level, because the price can come up and just marginally take out the high and then just continue to go down. It happened to me a number of times, and it's not a great feeling. We continue with the US dollar against Japanese yen. Starting with the daily chart, again we see that the currency has rallied up and it's broken these highs and also these highs here. It closed nicely bullish, and now we see that the price is retracing down. And what I'm waiting, if we go to shorter time frames, we can see this 1 hourly trend line here, but because it's been tested already a few times, there's a good chance that the price will manage to break this and go a bit lower. So this is gonna be the entry I'm waiting to get on, which is at 109.70 area. And the reason why you got these lows, however, there is also these the daily price action. This is the main one. You have these lows, and also there's this cluster here of the spikes, which could act as a support, and it's also very close to this daily trend line, which has been broken already twice, but the price tend to return to the trend lines even though they've been broken previously. So that would be the good first attempt to get onto the long side. Now let's have a look at the stops and targets. Let's say that we managed to get on at, let's call it at 109.75 for simplicity. 75 would be about 35 pip stop, 35 pip stop. We're just down below to these spike lows down here. And as of the targets, the 109.75, let's look at the daily charts. 175, so that's still good. You can use as this one as a first target. So as generally when price likes to return to these highs, and have a look at the higher time frames. The potential is good, so the price is still testing this weekly trend line as well. It's trying to break it, and it's been already attempted a couple of times in here numerous times. And okay, this one get close, but I have not still. And this one tested it here, tried to break it, but did not manage. And now it's returned again to break it. And it has today one more day to, depending how this candle is gonna close. Probably not gonna manage to break it today. But then again, because the volatility is very high these past few weeks, anything is possible really. So let's go to, so as of the if you want to hold the position, I haven't finished that there. If you want to hold the position, the 113.90 would be also a good place to target, because you got these highs up here. So that will be also a good one. Next currency, British pounds against US dollar or cable. Starting with the daily chart, we can see the pound is still looking very weak, and the price came down here. It's making a fresh new lows, because there is no any other low. It's making new lows. We can see that price have broken this monthly low and is continued down to here. So that new low would be at around 11400. So Now the price is retracing up, and I do expect for this one to go even lower. So what I'm waiting right now, if we go to the an hourly chart, for the price to push up to these highs here. So that will be should be a potential support on this one. We have also the daily R1, which makes it even stronger. So that will be the one entry, actually the only entry as of now I can see. So the level is at 1117. Yeah, around 11, so 1715, around that zone. The pivot, the daily R1 is at 11719. So around that zone we're looking for. And for the stop losses, let's have a look. Let's say 1715 for simplicity. You would be looking about 40 to 50 pips on that one, very minimum. Because if you want to place this stop up here, that will be a bit far away. But we can also use for the targets, we can use the daily S1 that could act as the targets, or you can leave it down to these lows. But personally, I think that this is, if it comes down that low, then it will break this low, and probably even break this daily S1 as well. So you can use that one as daily S1, depends, or you can use the weekly S3. I think I did mention it on my yesterday's video, but because this is quite far away, it's around 500 pips away, so I don't think it managed to do it today. But then again, because of the volatility, it can do it. For the In my point of view, I would be looking to take the profit at daily S1, so it will be decent. And lastly, we got Australian dollar against US dollar. So the price came down, nicked, it took out this monthly low, which I've been talking about. The price will do that, and it's even continued to go further, and now the price is retracing back up. Yesterday and today it has the follow through, but I see that it still looks weak, and do expect that this one's gonna continue to go down, more down pressure. The price came up and tested these highs here, which where I normally get in, but it didn't give me a setup to do that. So what I'm thinking, because the price is now stalling and kind of chopping around a bit, I do think that the price probably wants to come out and take out these highs here, this 1 hourly high. So, and we also have this daily R1 here. So that's the place I will be looking to get onto the short side. Depends also how it's going to come up. If it's going to come up like this, excuse my drawing. If it's going to come up like this and close like this, then I would be probably waiting, see what is going to follow. But if it's gonna come like this candle, left this wig there, which doesn't really show so much strength that it wants to push higher, then I will be looking, if it gives me a setup, I will be looking to go towards short side. Now let's have a look at the entries. So entries will be around here at 59.50, around 59.50 or 60 zone. And for the, let's call it, so daily pivot is at 68, so we'll be 60, 59.60, and for the stop loss you would be looking around 35 pips stop, 30 to 35 pips stop. And for the targets, let's have a look at the targets. So for this one, I would use this 4 hourly low, 55.60. Thank you guys for watching. This was Daily Forex Analysis for 20th of March 2020. If you find this video helpful, give it a like, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm making daily and weekly Forex analysis as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can contact me with my social media accounts, which the link's gonna be in the description. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.